Hey, if you don't know me, my name is Zara, aka Muslim Thick, and if you do know me, I'm still Zara, but you probably follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, and if you follow me, then you probably also know that I was recently at the Grammys, like the Recording Academy 2020 Grammy Awards, which is a dream come true, like a dream that I never even knew that I had, but I've been getting a lot of questions about it, like how and why and when. So I thought I'd make a quick video talking about, my experience in LA and the Grammys and just how incredibly grateful I am. So here we go. So my classes started Wednesday, like the 22nd or 23rd of January, and the Monday before classes, my TikTok correspondent, manager, whatever you want to call her, Gari, I love you. If you're watching this, you're one of my favorite people. You made my trip in LA so ridiculously amazing, and I'm so grateful for you and all the opportunities that you've given me, and I love you. But so Gari texted me on Monday night and was like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Or are you free this weekend? And I was like, oh, like for a phone call or like why? And she texted me back and she's like, there's this opportunity through TikTok for you to fly out to LA. We'll cover your flight ticket. We'll cover your hotel. Like, just let me know. And I'm like, okay, like I have very strict like Afghan parents. I was like, I can't just tell them I'm being flown out to LA without like more details. Like I need to know a little bit more. And she like hops on the phone with me and she's like, so the event is the Grammys. And I lost it. I was like giddy, giggling, like just what? That's insane. I like thought I misheard her at first, but like I didn't. She invited me to the Grammys through TikTok and I was just like, oh my God. So I call Ali like right away. We get off the phone and I'm like, Ali, like I just got invited to the Grammys. And Ali's like, no way, that's insane. And I go downstairs and I tell my parents, and my parents and a boss are like, no way, that's insane. And we're all just kind of freaking out a little bit. And my parents are kind of hesitant at first, but I was like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, when am I ever gonna get invited to the Grammys again? Like, I gotta go. So they said okay. It was really stressful because when Gari texted me, she's like, I need to know by like 8 o'clock tonight. So I had like a 3-hour window to like convince my parents and figure out if I was just gonna pick up and go to LA that weekend, which is not a situation I usually have ever had to deal with, but I'm not complaining at all. So I go to class on Wednesday, Thursday, and I have Fridays off this semester, which is sick. And I'm like sitting through all of my classes like, oh my God, I do not want to be here right now, like one bit. Like I'm going to LA this weekend for the Grammys. Like how am I supposed to sit through class? But I made it through the week, and then Saturday comes around and Ali and I go to the airport, and then we fly from New York to Chicago, and then from Chicago to LA. And we get in around like 9:30. And a friend of ours, Ali Baluch, was incredibly amazing, and he picked us up from our hotel, and he took us to all the cool spots in LA. Well, not all the cool spots, but like a bunch of cool spots in LA. We went and got Dave's Hot Chicken. It's a really good halal hot chicken place. We went and got bubble tea from Boba Bear. We went to LACMA and we saw the lampposts and we tried to take some pictures, but Ali sucks at taking pictures, so we didn't get any good ones. And then we went to Hollywood Boulevard and we walked around for a bit. And it was super duper cool. And then we got home. We got back to the hotel at like 2 or 3 a.m., went to bed, and then we woke up super early the next morning, the day of the Grammys. It was like a super short trip, not a complaint at all. I'm so grateful, but it was just like super like chop, 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 chop. So we wake up super early the next morning after getting like maybe 4 hours of sleep, and Ali and I like walk around downtown LA. We get Phil's coffee. I tried the mint mojito coffee, which was absolutely heavenly. And then we rode the scooters around. I think I already said that. And then what else did we do? Oh, we went to this place called The Last Bookstore, and we just kind of walked around a little bit, found this little farmer's market. And at 12 o'clock, we went back to the Hoxton where we were staying, and Ali took a nap, and I started to get dressed and ready, did my own makeup. I never really do my own makeup. Like I'll wear like highlight and blush and mascara, and eyeliner and lip gloss. That sounds like a lot, but like I've never done like a full face like foundation, bronzer, whatever, eyeshadow kind of makeup on myself. So that was kind of stressful because I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. But I managed. I did okay, got my makeup done, got into my dress. Ali helped zip me up. Ali left to go hang out with a friend, and I went down to the lobby to meet with Gari, and there were 3 other TikTok creators there, and Danny from TikTok. So the other creators were Taylor Felt, my Juicy Steak, Layla, and Jay Mendoza, who were all incredibly amazing, and I'm so grateful to have met them. It was my first time meeting Gari in person, so that was like just so great, because it was like, I don't know, it was like meeting an internet friend for the first time ever, and she was so much more wonderful than I could have ever imagined, and it was just like, oh, it was so nice. So we did that, and then we sat around for a little bit and waited for like, we took like an Uber or a Lyft or something, and like we sat in this nice car and we drove to the Grammys, and there was like a lot of traffic. LA traffic is as crazy as everyone says that it is. And we get to the Grammys, we get out of the car, and like there's a red carpet. There's a red carpet. They like open the door for you. We get out and there's like, welcome to the Grammy Awards, and I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. Like, it felt surreal. I was literally shaking so bad in the lobby. Like, I talk really fast when I get nervous. It's really, really bad. I can't do any sort of public speaking, because when I get nervous or anxious, I just like rapid fire. And like I talk pretty fast like on the reg, but when I'm nervous, it's like that, like on just speed. So I'm like shaking the entire time up until we actually get there, and I'm like babbling at everyone. It was so embarrassing, but everyone was really sweet. So we get out of the car, and they kind of like ushered us in, and you go in, and there's like the Grammy logo like on the wall, and there's like the red carpet, and like it's a red carpet. And it was super neat. There were a lot of people. Everyone was beautifully dressed, looked so wonderful. I felt like a little tiny bit out of place, just because I was like, everyone here is either super rich or super famous. Who am I? But it was so cool, and we kind of just kept getting ushered down the red carpet. Like, the security was like, you guys gotta keep moving. So we started walking, and basically like there's like two sides of the red carpet. So there's the side with all the celebrities and the nominees and stuff, and they're being interviewed by the press. And then there's the side that we were walking down, which is just kind of like you can like peep over onto the other side and like see what's going on there. We got like a glimpse of like, I saw Sharon Osbourne and saw Ariana Grande and who else? Billie Eilish. But we didn't get like a super good look at anyone else until we actually like got inside. And when you walk into the Staples Center, there's just like people everywhere. Like, it was so ridiculously crowded. And we went to like this VIP lounge, and we hung out there for a little bit. They had like little finger foods and drinks and stuff, and we killed some time there until like 4:45, I think. And then we went into the actual stadium. We got to our seats, which were actually pretty good seats. I'll see if I don't know how to edit, but I'll try to stick some videos or pictures into this video. But they were pretty good seats. And yeah, the event just kind of got started. And it's basically what you see on TV, but it's live, and you're watching it in person. And it was crazy because like I've never met like a celebrity before, never met like a famous musician or an actress or an actor or anything, so it was super weird being there and like being able to see everyone's faces, like the people that you see so frequently on Twitter and Instagram and on TV and in the news. Like, they're sitting right there. Like, I could throw a tennis ball and hit someone in the head. Like, that's how close we were. And I was like, whoa, this is insane, because you can see everyone's faces and you can see everyone's facial expressions and how they're reacting to everything, and it's like, you guys are real people, and it's so cool. And then the seats that we had a really good view of the stage. I'm sorry, I've been talking with my hands a lot. I should like sit on them. We had a really good view of the stage, but it was cool because you could see like the set changes. So, like, while everything was happening, like if you like kind of like peeped over, you could see like they were moving all the sets and stuff and like changing for the different acts, and it was so cool to see how they prepare for the performances, because it's like they're so efficient, and it's just mind-blowing how quickly and how drastically they can change the stage. We saw the Jonas Brothers live, we saw Lil Nas, we saw BTS, we saw everyone. Just like I'm totally blanking on names right now, I'm the worst, but it was so cool. Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish. Yeah, it was just a remarkable experience. And it was the same day that Kobe had passed away, so there was kind of like a solemn mood in the stadium and throughout the event. And you know, they had some moments in remembrance of him, and it was very heartwarming and touching, and incredibly heartbreaking to be like in his home stadium, but it was cool. Like, it was a really great experience. And then I was sitting with Layla throughout the whole thing, and it kind of dragged a little bit towards the end. It's a very long awards ceremony, like a lot longer than I expected it to be. It was super cool, don't get me wrong. It was just like at a point you're kind of like, kind of ready to wrap it up. But yeah, it was like 4 hours long. They finished it up, and then we left the Staples Center and went to the LA Convention Center. I was a little bit bummed because I didn't meet anyone famous. I was kind of expecting to like bump into Harry Styles and make him fall in love with me, which didn't end up happening, but it's fine. It's okay. Maybe I'll have another opportunity someday in the near future. Maybe, fingers crossed, possibly, probably not. But did not meet Harry Styles. Didn't really meet anyone, but it was still super cool. I took some pictures with some people. I had a couple fans come up to me, which was like super cool and heartwarming, because it's like, wow, we're in this space with so many amazing, wonderful people, and it's like, you want to acknowledge me, like, thank you. So that was really neat. And then we went to the LA Convention Center, where we had to go through security and stuff, and there was like an after event, and it was just like, honestly, like the best way I can describe it is like, imagine like a brown or like Afghan or Arab wedding. Like that was the setup, was like just tables everywhere and like lights, and there was like live performances, and there was food. Not gonna lie, the food wasn't super great. The desserts were okay, but we ate a little bit. We'd been really hungry because they don't really feed you at the Grammys, and Gary was sweet enough to bring us snacks, but they kind of confiscated them when we were going through security at the actual event, so didn't really have any snacks, and I hadn't eaten much before we left, which is totally on me, but it was nice to be able to eat. And I just kind of hung out with Gary at the after party, and then wrapped it up at like 11:30ish. We ended up leaving, and Ali came and picked me up, and my feet were so tired from wearing heels, because I'm not used to wearing heels at all, that like Ali like literally like picked me up and threw me over his shoulder while we were walking the lift, which was really sweet of him. But yeah, that was that. So basically, sorry, I don't know if I actually answered any of the questions I said I was going to answer. How? TikTok invited me to the Grammys. No, I was not nominated for any awards. I had people asking me like, oh, did you win anything? Like, no, that's not why I was there. I was just there to observe. Yeah, it was really cool. I don't know why TikTok chose me, but I'm incredibly grateful that they did, because it was just like, it was a really great experience. I feel like I can't totally capture how cool it was, but maybe you can see like how hard I'm smiling. Like it was sick, and I'm immensely grateful to like everyone that's gotten me to where I am, to all the people that watch my videos and like my videos and comment on my videos and just have been supportive from the get-go. Like, you guys are the people who got me to where I am now, and so shout out to you guys, shout out to TikTok, shout out to my family for letting me go to LA for a weekend. We got back on Monday night, and then I had class on Tuesday. So going back on Tuesday for a full day of classes from like 8:45 to 5:30 was kind of miserable, because it's like, wow, I was literally at the Grammys 2 days ago, and now I was sitting through financial accounting. But it was amazing. Yeah, I don't know. The Grammys were pretty cool. I think my favorite performance was probably Tyler, the Creator. I think his act was just, it was insane. I was so hyped up. Or the Jonas Brothers. I love the Jonas Brothers, so watching them perform live was like, oh my god, Demi Lovato was absolutely incredible. I almost cried. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's all I can think of right now. I'm kind of done talking. It's been 13 minutes, so I'm sorry if you sat through the whole thing and it was kind of a letdown, but I appreciate you. And yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and have a wonderful day. Okay. Hey, so I was just rewatching the video while I edited, and I realized that I said the word cool like 10 too many times, and I'm kind of curious how many times I actually used the word cool throughout this video. So if you counted, which you probably didn't, but if you want to count, I'm really curious. Leave me a comment. Thank you. In conclusion, the Grammys were really cool, and I appreciate you guys. Bye.